Hey everyone, Mark Buffa here alongside Francois Lavoie. Welcome again to the channel. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Turn on the notifications. And today we will talk about the brand new releases from Storm, the Gravity Evolve, and the Allroad. So Francois, let's head out to the lanes and get some shots.
Sounds good.
So let's dive right in. So Francois, we had a chance to throw the Gravity Evolve. We threw a couple shots. We compared it to Phase 2, the Allroad, and a High Road.
Yep.
This is the same weight block as what it was in the Virtual Gravity, but with the spec cover that we had on the Crux Prime and the ProMotion. So what are you expecting out of this, and what have you seen? You told me that you only probably bought like 5 games with it so far. So
Yeah. I haven't thrown it a lot so far, but the spec cover is the same one as the Crux Prime and the ProMotion. It's a really strong cover, and it's got the Virtual Gravity core, so it's going to be a strong ball. I think it's going to be one of the first balls out of your bag. If you're going to bowl on heavy oil, if you're going to bowl on longer patterns, typically that'd be a ball. That's the kind of ball I would tend to take out first. It's asymmetric. So yeah, really strong ball that's going to dig in the oil and
very sharp chain, not sharp angular, but defined break point, and that was really what was good about the the Virtual Gravity core in the Essence back in the day, even with the reactive, like the non-spec cover, was just very tumbly and very square at the break point, which made it very easy to read. And I think that was something also that you saw out of the Crux line. I know that you were a huge fan of the Alpha Crux.
Yeah, the Alpha Crux I really liked. That's one of the things I've seen with this ball, is it's really, really smooth. I saw the same thing out of the ProMotion with the same cover. They're just really, really smooth balls, even for an asymmetric ball.
What we were talking about, and we've said this during some of the seminars, is the spec cover that we've seen on the Crux Prime and also on the ProMotion is not something that has a very high oil absorption rate. So what you're going to see is the oil is going to pool up a little bit more on the surface, but really what makes this cover different is the footprint. So it's think of it as like a wider tire versus a slimmer tire, just a little bit more overall traction. So this cover gives you way smoother change of direction than what you would see in R2S, R2X.
The good thing about a cover like this, where the absorption rate is slower than most of the other balls that we have, is when you're thinking long term, the performance of the ball is going to stay the same. It's not going to decline like you see with other balls. Sometimes after a couple hundred games, you're starting to see it hook a little bit less and it's getting old, and you can tell. Well, with something like this, because the oil's not getting into the cover, it's going to keep its same performance for longer. So that's what I really like about it. And the smoothness, how smooth it is really nice, especially coming from the Storm family, is really something that we need, is something a little bit smoother. And I think a ball like this is going to fill that gap really nicely.
Okay, Allroad. When I used to be on Storm staff years ago,
2005,
T-Road was the cat's meow. And the core is still in play today. It was in the High Road Nano. I know you like the High Road Nano quite a bit, right?
Yeah, I like quite a bit of the High Roads.
Yeah,
most of them. High Road Pearl. High Road Pearl got a lot of play in college. The last 2 years I was there.
Well, you're always loft in the gutter cap, right?
Exactly.
So it makes sense, right?
Exactly.
So when they came out with this, I think this is like the first hybrid since the actual High Road, right?
I think it is.
Yeah, but with a little bit of texture to it, as we see, it's not shiny.
Yeah.
So really interesting to see this. Honestly, if I were to drill a ball, get out of retirement, and try to come beat this guy, I'd probably drill this up. But I know I'm defeated, so that's it. move on to better things. But I know that you're hyped about this. You did actually pack a High Road for this trip.
I did, yeah.
So what are you expecting out of this? And you actually even said when we were shooting this that this is going to get a lot of play. And I asked him the question, a lot of play this weekend? Or he's like, no, just in general, it's going to be a good all-road, right?
Yeah, I really think so. I've only had it for a few. I drilled it before coming here, and I've practiced with it twice, and then just in the ball video that we just did. But I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing. It's kind of the shape, the High Road shape in general from all the balls is pretty famous. Everybody loves it. It's kind of the same shape. Reminds me of that shape, just a little bit sooner. You said the hybrid cover, first hybrid since the High Road, so it's a little bit stronger. It's got some texture to it. So it's that similar High Road shape that everybody likes. It's just a little bit sooner, so you can use that shape, that High Road motion a little bit sooner in a block rather than having to wait for games 5 and 6 to use the original high road. You can use this a little bit sooner.
earlier on. Yeah. And we compared it not only to the high road, we also compared it to Gravity Evolve Phase 2. And actually, you could bend it quite a bit, but that's also the characteristics of that court.
Right.
With the two-piece construction, it's really sharp off the spot, and if you really want to spank on it, it's going to be a good piece.
Yeah, so it's definitely quicker. That's why we were able to bend it a little bit more in the beginning, because it's quicker off the spot. It's going to be a little more responsive, but at the same time, not as responsive as the original high road or the high road pearl. So it fits right in the middle.
So that's it. So that was a presentation of the Gravity Evolve and the Allroad. So make sure to go see your local VIP pro shop. If you don't know where local VIP shop is, go to stormbowling.com and check it out over there. Francois, best of luck to you this season. Hope these balls get a chance to get a couple strikes and win you a couple more titles.
Yeah, thank you.
Make sure to follow Francois on all of his social media pages, Instagram,
Facebook, Facebook, just Francois Lavoie. Instagram, Francois Lavoie Official. Pretty easy.
Okay, cool. So hopefully we get a shout out on his story or something like that. Yeah. So again, links in the descriptions below for both products. Also to his Instagram and Facebook pages. So make sure to check that out. Huge shout out to the PBA and what you've done on there. So awesome. Congrats and
Thank you.
keep it going.
Yeah, hope so.
All right.
Thanks.
See you guys in the next video.